Welcome back to Showtime on Trust TV. This is our sit-down interview segment, and my name is still Chimmeli. Tonight on Showtime, we're sitting down with a man who has turned determination into a full-blown engine. He's a Nigerian-born tech professional based in Berlin. He's a founder, a mentor, and now an endurance legend in his own right. He just wrapped up an unbelievable 60-hour cloud computing training marathon, guiding participants non-stop in a Guinness World Record attempt that most of us would not survive past hour 5. I know I wouldn't. But beyond the record, he's the mind behind Next Edge Technologies, a fast-rising platform empowering Africans and migrants with the skills to break into the global tech opportunities. He's won startup competitions, built community-driven ventures, and is quietly shaping the next generation of African tech talent across continent. Please, please, please welcome Abel Yakubu, a rising force in the African tech ecosystem. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hello, Chimmeli. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
You're welcome. You know, let me just say something before we start. You're the first tech guest that I've had.
Wow.
Yes, nice. I'm sorry that I don't have anything to support that acknowledgement.
It's all good, yeah.
Thank you for being here. It's an honor. It's a pleasure, at least, if not for anything, for what you've done so far. It's amazing. Thank you for being here.
It's a joy to be here myself.
Thank you. All right. So before we go into the tech aspect, we're going to come from the man aspect, the you aspect. So you've been in tech. We're talking and you said you've been in the tech space for over 10 years.
Yes.
Okay. So did your childhood influence you getting into tech, or was it just something you heard from somebody? How did you get into tech?
Yes. So as a kid, a young boy, I loved video games. Okay. So that really, I had deep interest in technologies, at age 10 or thereabout. So I was always fascinated by computers, like, what's happening in these video games and all of that. So that's where the love for tech and all of that came from. And I just grew into it, went into university, studied electrical electronics, engineering, and continued on that trajectory. After school, got employment in working in the tech space in cloud. I started with the cloud particularly, so that's how it's been so far.
Okay, so that's amazing. Now, looking at that version of you that was obsessed with video games, was there a time that he would have believed that right now you would be attempting a Guinness World Record in tech education?
Not at all, because I didn't think I would be like a teacher or like somebody who would be teaching like on this skill. My love was just to, be in that space to build things if I could. I'm doing that right now, as well as, inspiring others to learn. So yeah, to answer your question, I didn't see myself as a young star, like thinking I was going to be a Guinness World Record. I knew about the Guinness World Record thing. We usually hear the Guinness World Record for longest nails.
Exactly.
All of these things.
Weird stuff.
Yeah, I never thought there was anything like tech in that. It's just in recent times that what I do now, I saw the possibility and I was like, yeah, this is a great challenge. Like, this is a chance to challenge myself. Also, in the process, inspire a lot of people to do this. So that's why, yeah.
That's amazing. So now let us quickly just get into that aspect. The record attempt.
Yeah.
So permit me respectfully to ask, what possessed you to actually go on this marathon? This is 60 hours non-stop. Yeah, you had breaks, yes, but those were not breaks that you would say, oh, I have a 5-hour break.
Not at all.
This is a whole 60 hours
non-stop.
Standing, teaching, just spewing out all the knowledge, everything that you had in mind. When did this preparation start? Talk us through everything.
You know what? Like, I didn't really plan for this thing. My friend just said something to me one morning Like, I mean, people are breaking, like Hilda Bassi, right?
Yes.
Did a Guinness World Record. I think she did it before, and she did something like a big pot or something like that. So my friend, I think that's when she did it. So my friend was like, I mean, you can do your own. I mean, you've been training people. And I was like, I thought about it for a second. I was like, yeah, I could do this. I mean, I've been training people for the last 1 year, and people appreciate what I do. I've had so many training cohorts. I've spent so many hours. Like, I've even gone 12 hours on the stretch teaching.
Wow.
So, yeah. So I was like, I could do this. Let me look up if there's a Guinness World Record for teaching people cloud or computing things. And I went to look at, and I saw, like, there's a record for the longest programming, computer programming lesson, and it's 48 hours. And I was like, I thought about it. I can attempt it, I mean, and that's when I applied. I just applied and put in my application, and they approved it after a few days. And like, you can go for it, and that's when it happened. Like, I even chose that was like less than 2 months to prepare. So, and at the time I was coming to the country, so we just fell into the plan, and I came in. And the difficult part is now to get students. It's actually the most difficult part. So, just answer your question. I don't want to stretch it yet. So that's how I got into that this Guinness World Record thing. Like, it wasn't planned. It just happened.
Wow. Okay. All right. So and right now we're waiting for the record to be officially approved.
Yes, I've submitted the evidence. It takes a few weeks for them to review, and hopefully it comes out good. Oh,
that's amazing. Okay, so I know that in certain situations when somebody is doing something for a long period of time, sometimes if it's planned, sometimes your brain starts at that first hour or first 2 hours to say, you still have a long way to go. And sometimes the hardest part comes at the 9th or 11th hour, and then your brain is like, bro, let's just go back. We are done. So for you, at what hour was it that your brain said, bro, let's just drop this. We're done.
Very good question. For me, it was actually the end. Towards the end, like at the 57th hour. Because, the record that I did, the attempt that I did, wasn't just about me alone. It's not those marathon where a person is doing something, cooking or doing
painting
activity
or all of that,
So it's the lessons, it's teaching. So it has to be teaching and learning. So it involves students will be present and all that. So my fear, even my major challenge was I going to get students who will stay with me to the end? We had students that would go and come and all of that. But at that 57th hour, a lot of the wonderful heroes, I call them heroes, some of them reached their limit, and we're like, sir, let's end this. I mean, we've gone past the existing record. We've done well. And so at that point, I was like, and we needed to have 20 students. So this record, you must have 20 students present at every time. It's not like you can have, if you have 19, the record ends, and I mean, they will cancel it. So 20 students must be present, and we had like, at that time of the 57th hour, we had 20, I think 21 or 22 at the time. So about 6 or 7 of them wanted to leave. They were like, I'm exhausted. And I understood, like, they've tried their best. So I wanted to end it. I spoke with my team. Is there a way, the other students coming? And luckily, about 3-4 students came in. So the other ones who could not hold on anymore, about 3 of them left. And the other ones who wanted to leave just got inspiration to stay for the remaining 3 hours. And that's how we pulled through to reach our aim. So
that's wonderful. And thank you for calling them heroes, because I can't imagine it.
Wow.
I can't imagine it. Sitting and taking in all that knowledge. We know how the human brain can be. And especially now that, there's a lot of distractions and all of that. At every minute when you sit to learn, you might start to think about something else, or you might want to do something else. And then just staying there and learning something as tough as cloud computing. Not even like entertainment that, could give your brain some sort of
over 3 nights. I mean, that was
That is
So
wonderful.
Yeah.
So I know you've already called them heroes and you've spoken highly of them, but was there anything that actually surprised you about those participants in that period of time, that 60 hours, especially the ones that stayed over with you for a long time? Was there anything that surprised you about them?
Yes, I mean, a couple of them were really doubting how this was going to be possible. We had mock, like a week before the event, we did a mock and they asked a lot of questions that, "Sir, how can we do this?" And I'm like, let's just believe we could do it, we can do this. And I'll try my best to make sure, because the idea of this is to make people learn. It's not just breaking the Guinness World Record or setting the Guinness Record. It's to pass on the knowledge so that they learn. So I was really focused on that side of like passing knowledge and making sure they develop the skills. So when we got into the activity and I know some of them came and they thought they would leave and go home and sleep, but they stayed 3 days. So a couple of them stayed with me, not leaving. When we go on breaks, 40, 50 minutes break and come back, I'll see them energized. They'll be telling me that, "Sir, you are energized too." So, we were pushing ourselves, and for me, that was really surprising. And I lost my voice at some point, but I knew that, I will always pull through, even if it's just to try my best to speak so that they hear me. And for the fact that they were there, they motivated me, and it was really inspiring. And yeah,
that's wonderful. So now, this attempt, did it change anything in you, particularly as how you see yourself as a tech educator, as a leader, as a founder? Did this marathon, did it inspire anything in you? Did it change anything in you, how you see yourself now?
Yes, it did. Of course, I'm a very positive individual. I believe that I can do positive things. I'm always in that frame of mind. Yeah, but this was different. This is a very new thing, and it's very audacious and and ambitious. So the fact that we achieved it, I attempted it, we reached the 60 hours, it makes me believe that we can take this up a notch to do other greater things for me, my team, and others. So yeah, I see many other things coming up for me, and it's worth it to go for it. It's always a great idea to attempt things challenging, even if it doesn't end in success. It's the attempt that matters. So yeah, it made me believe that to go on, push myself and go for greater heights.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And I am also learning from what you just said, it's not always about winning. It's about you fulfilling the fact that you actually attempted it. You went that far. Even if you did not win, it's like, okay, I have this experience, I have tried, and I'm sure that I give it my all and everything, and you learn from it and you move on. That's wonderful. I know we've talked about the preparation, but just a little bit more. Was there... Of course there was, the mental and physical preparation, because you mentioned having mock with the participants. So what were the mental and physical preparations that, had to be in place for you to actually even start? And was there a point that probably when you started and you're like, oh, I should have done this before, we started this marathon?
Yes. You're asking very good questions. So it was a whole lot of preparation and stress, to be honest. Like for the last 1 month, I was like every day, because this record is one of the most difficult a person could do. Because it involves so many moving parts. For example, I have not mentioned witnesses in this. We need to have witnesses, independent witnesses. The Guinness World Record will allow you to go and get those witnesses. Because if you wanted them to bring their witnesses from the organization, it's a whole lot of arrangement. But if you could get witnesses that are independent, that can come and attest, you're allowed to do that. And they must be there for only 4 hours at a time. Two witnesses at a 4 hours shift. So imagine in 60 hours, you must have several of these witnesses. And they must know the subject area you're teaching.
So it's not just
anybody. So that's what makes it. So I was doing back-to-back meetings with so many of my colleagues who are in Abuja who could stand as witness. I spoke to over 100 of them. And we had 25, about 20, 25 of them who agreed to do this. And because they needed to come late in the night, 1 a.m., all that. So it was a lot of commitment and sacrifices on their part. So that took a lot of time to convince them or to ask for their request for them to be part of it. Yeah, so that's one part. And the students as well, getting the students that will be interested.
Exactly.
Like, of course, it has to be, I didn't get students who knew the cloud. These were people who had interest to develop cloud engineering skills. So we needed to find them, like, put out application for people to come on board, to come and learn. And we got a whole lot, like over 100 students interest. But we had to narrow it down because, of course, you know, people will say they're interested, but at the end of the day, they won't show up. So we narrowed it down to about 60, about at that range. And although some of them still drop out, didn't come on the day. Imagine, after committing, they didn't come up. But we were able to still have the required 20 people present. We had 2 shifts, morning and night, you know, so it was a lot of preparation.
Wow.
I was at few days to the event, I had already lost, like, I needed to reset to be back. I used like 24 hours to reset, no disturbance, so I could be mentally ready for this.
When I said earlier that this is not even something I would attempt for 5 minutes, I'm sure some people thought I was joking. Bro, no. Okay, so right now we're going to go on a very quick break. When we return, Showtime continues. Welcome back. This is still our sit-down interview segment on Showtime on Trust TV. And I am still in the studio with the tech, I'm allowed to call you visionary now, tech visionary, Abel Yakubu. Thank you so much for being here. This has been a wonderful conversation so far. So now, outside the Guinness World Record. We might get back to it because of time, but right now, I just want to know. So who is Abel besides tech? Like away from tech, because everything we've been talking about right now has been the tech Abel, the tech educator Abel, the founder Abel. Now, apart from all of that, who is Abel beyond that?
I like to just, I'm Abel, of course, and people call me King Abel. And I'm a very easygoing individual. I love to keep it real and positive at all times. I believe that I'm interesting, and loving individual. So yeah, what else can I say about myself?
Stop!
I don't want to reel out. Okay, what else? I love good things of life. You know, just being happy and, you know, relaxing. I travel a lot. I'm a big fan of football. Yeah, and sports in general. So I support Arsenal Football Club.
You just had to say it. Oh my God. Please, let's just now move. Let's move ahead. Okay, so let me ask you something a little bit, on the world record, but a little fun aspect. What was the first serious thing you ate after the marathon?
I ate donuts. I like donuts a lot. So there was my team make sure that I had a lot of donuts. So yeah, because that's the only thing I could eat. I was really scared, so that I won't have, you know, running stomach. That was one of my major scare in the whole attempt. So when I came out, there was a lot of donuts. Because I didn't eat for like the last 7-8 hours before the end. So yeah, that was what I...
So when you finished, you still ate donuts?
Yes.
Why? Okay, I'm not going to push further right now because I'm not even sure we have a lot of time to do that. But yeah, you would answer the question later. Okay, so now let's talk about African tech space generally. We can see that it's coming up. little by little.
Yes, yes, it is.
There are a lot of training, would I say sites, academies right now. People are getting more enlightened about tech space and, you know, what tech can do for the African youths and all of that. Whether they want to migrate or whether they want to be here, there's a lot of, you know, development on that angle. So what do you think the next big wave will be in the African tech space? Is it going to be AI? Is it going to be cloud expansion, digital education, or any other thing?
Yeah, we're in the AI age. AI is fast adopting. People are like, we're in the AI revolution, and you know, AI is going to impact everything. So it's important for the country, like the tech space in Nigeria, for people to, you know, put a lot of focus into this technology, the engineering side of it. Like it's important for many people who are doing academies, training people, to focus on the skills that really will expose learners to that side of things. Like, so cloud engineering, of course, the cloud is actually, you know, the most important technological, what's it called now? Space, or it's the technology right now in this whole revolution, because the AI and all those things, they are heavily reliant on the cloud. All those GPU machines that are the brain behind the AI high computation. So they are, you get them on the cloud platforms. So we need people to be able to know the engineering of these things, of these technologies. So people who are you know, doing training should look into that aspect, so that we'll have many engineers who can build solutions that can solve problems, immediate problems in our society. We can use tech. Even people can argue that maybe tech will not solve so many of our problems, but we can try. We can just try. Many countries are using tech to solve so many problems. So we can try, and with the whole AI thing, maybe we'll have a chance to. We just need to try our best. It's not just, it's not about being perfect, and we'll get it. There are many other challenges that maybe besides the tech thing, maybe some policies, governmental policies and all that. But if we try our best, we need to do our part. So people in the tech space, let's, you know, share knowledge. The experts, I encourage many of my friends, my colleagues, we should share knowledge with people who are coming. The youngsters in secondary schools, they need to know what's happening in the industry, so that even at age 19, 20, or even less than, they can conceive ideas that can solve immediate solution around the society.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you so much for that. That is such an in-depth explanation for me, and that also took, you know, some of the questions that I would have asked, you know, away from that. So thank you. I have a lot more. I have so many more questions, but if I stay here one more minute, I'm sure somebody's going to come and bundle me out. So we're going to wrap it up here right now. Thank you very much for coming in the studio. Thank you for this conversation. It has been enlightening, and wow, kudos.
Thank you so much for the invitation, and big ups to Trust TV.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope that maybe by the time you receive the record, maybe we'll have another interview.
Yeah,
just to show off the record, just to show that.
Yes, we have it. We'll definitely do that.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Chimmeli. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This has been Showtime on Trust TV. Join us again, same time, same station, for another thrilling and exciting episode. My name is still Chimmeli.